What's going on, guys? It's Jared Genesis here. Man, my YouTube story is a pretty fucking funny one, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. I don't know, man. I may have some new viewers who don't know much about me, or just to fucking, just to tell the same story again, but with maybe a few added details. Because I've spoken on my life before, bro. My time on YouTube has been nothing more than fucking hilarity. YouTube is a joke now. I mean, YouTube is hilarious in itself, the way that it's become just so fucked up and stupid. But everybody knows that. Yeah, I don't need to tell you that shit, homie. I'm sure you already know. Um, but yeah, bro, this is just my story. Wanted to share it with you. My time on YouTube, and my time, I guess I should say, as a YouTube lol cow, because that's pretty much what I've always been on YouTube, because I don't sell my soul or do corny bullshit. That's really what happens, dude. You become a lol cow. I've noticed this with people. Like, if you're genuine, if you're like one of those old school 2006 vloggers who just turns a camera on and expresses your thoughts, you're not allowed to do that anymore, bro. Like, that's what a dystopian world we live in now. You become the lol cow. But the thing is, I became a lol cow with horns, which really fucking scared my haters, and definitely scared EFAP. We'll get into that here soon. But I just wanted to say, all in all, before I get into EFAP, guys, I'm just a big fat fucking ugly troll, okay? I'll be the first to tell you that. But with that said, okay, I'm a genuine troll. You know what I mean? Kind of like with the white hat and the black hat hackers. I'm a white hat hacker, bro, okay? I troll for a reason. My trolling is done to try to improve the world whatever way I can. That's just how I do things, homie. You're welcome to judge me for it, but it's a pretty cool hack. You should try it sometime. Like I said in my other video, bro, if you're not trolling these days, you're doing something wrong, homie. So yeah, bro, we'll just go ahead and start with EFAP, because there's really not much to say before EFAP. I was always just a small YouTuber. I would do vlogs, I would do skits. You can watch my channel, Seymour Buns. It's still up, unfortunately. I forgot the password, so the cringe is still there, bro. Started in 2013. Yeah, bro, I was definitely a young man, homie. I was still in my 20s. I believe I was like 27. It was right after the incident with the Green Power Ranger. I'm sure you guys know about that from DankNet. But one of my first videos was actually talking about that shit. So, you're welcome to see it. I don't feel like linking it. I don't feel like looking at it again. It's pretty cringe, but we're all cringe when we first start out. It takes a while to really find your flow, your zen, whatever you want to call it. But all right, so let's just start with EFAP. EFAP, I'm just gonna say this, okay? I pretty much made those motherfuckers, and they know it. And you know what? I'm glad I could help them out, because if it weren't for me, I really don't think they would have found success. They're all just very boring people with no personality. They rely on lolcows like me for views. If it weren't for lolcows, EFAP wouldn't even be a thing. It's just a bunch of fucking neckbeards with no life who just watch Marvel videos and play fucking video games. I mean, that's really all they talk about, aside from lolcows. But yeah, there was a actually, you know what? If memory serves, this motherfucker actually came back. This degenerate little furry piece of shit by the name of Dishonored Wolf. He had a podcast before EFAP, and he would share my videos on there. And basically that's how, they discovered me, and that's how they started just obsessing over me sexually. I know that he was sexually infatuated with me. I know that Rags was too. And listen, man, if you're gay, God bless. But I just have to say right now, like, guys, there are many trolls out there who are gay for you. Like, I've discovered that on my journey. a certain troll in particular, I'm not going to say his stupid name, but he pretended to be a girl just to get my dick pics. Okay, so be careful out there, gentlemen. This little retarded fucking 4chan fuck, he knows who he is. Complete neckbeard loser. He's probably like close to 50 now, or mid 40s. Done absolutely nothing with his life. Some of you guys know who I'm talking about. Name starts with a K. He just can't give it up with me, bro. I mean, he's just too sexually aroused by me, I guess, bro. I should probably stop doing videos with my shirt off, but I can't seem to do that. Thankfully, though, it's cooled down a little bit here in the fall, but it's still kind of hot. I got 2 fans on me right now. So, yes. Stay tuned for what was it called? Stay tuned for shirted Jared. I can't think of the word. Jared with a shirt on. We'll just say that, guys. Brain fart. But yeah, bro. About EFAP. This is what I was talking about. The lol cow with horns. They saw that I didn't take shit from people on my live streams, and they didn't like that. I'm an edgy cunt. You know, I say edgy shitlord stuff sometimes. And, you know, it is what it fucking is. We all do. It's just I'll be the first one to admit it. And I guess I'm a little bit more public about it. But, I mean, let's just be honest, bro. They've had a KYS moment. Where they've told somebody, you know, the whole KYS thing. You know what I'm talking about. Shit like that, okay? Edgelord, 4chan shit, whatever. I hate to compare myself to a 4chaner, but yeah, I can be an edgy cunt. And they did not like that one bit, and so they threw me off their show. And I want to make this very clear, too. They knew that I was being gang stalked. They knew I was being trolled every goddamn live stream. They knew this. They just didn't give 2 shits and a fuck. On my videos, too. Well, my trolls were cowards back then. Because I got a somewhat big following, my trolls, they would just hide until I live streamed. Because they're just cowardly cunts, bro. You know, they can dish it, but they can't take it. And they knew that people would call them out if they trolled me on my videos. So, you know, they would just hide like little scared children until I did my live streams. And then they would just come out harassing me and hoping that I would probably get in trouble with my dad, which I did. And a lot of us know about that incident. I had a mental breakdown that day. You know, shit happens. Like with Wings of Redemption, I had my look here, listen moment. Our Boogie 2988, you know, I had my fucking, my mother grabbed my tipples moment. I guess that's his newest breakdown. I mean, I shouldn't laugh at that. That's terrible. I'm sure that she probably did sexually abuse him. I know about his story. It is really fucking sad. But, you know, he is kind of a piece of shit. Like, he'll be the first to admit that. He sort of had what was coming to him. But I never took advantage of my fans. I was never an e-beggar. I never made 1 cent off of YouTube, actually. I was going to make $200 on one channel, but my channel got banned. And YouTube literally stole my fucking money. If I had the money to hire a lawyer, I would have sued the shit out of them. But, you know, what can you do? And they knew I was vulnerable in that moment, too. But, anyways, yeah, EFAP. I guess there's not really much else to say about those losers except good luck to them. I honestly just wish them all the very best. They will just die as NPCs. They will never really amount to anything in their lives, and they know this. So, you know, might as well just party it up. Have fun with your views. You know, thinking that you're special because you get thousands of views. When in reality, it's other just degenerates watching you, people who are just worthless pieces of trash. I'm sure they know this, but anyhow, I guess I've spoken my piece on them, bro. But yeah, bro, after I got kicked off of EFAP, my house started getting swatted. My house was swatted roughly 11 times. Excuse me. And I believe that police were involved with my trolls because that shouldn't have happened. And I think one of my rich trolls, there's a troll of mine, I don't know if he's around anymore, but he actually had money. He paid for some stupid retard to come to my house to try to scare me. I believe that he probably paid the police off to do that, because I just don't understand how that could have fucking happened, even in, goddamn America, the home of retards. I'm sorry, I'm just being honest. America's a very stupid country, and that still shouldn't have fucking happened, bro. Like they wouldn't even call before they came. That's how retarded it was. But thankfully things are different here in the country. They call first. But yeah, I'll admit that was a big pain in the fucking ass dealing with retard cops. And there's a funny irony about that. Well, let's just say this. There was a certain stigma attached to me. Well, Mr. Copper, Mr. Asshole who harassed me and said that I was being disgusting to minors. Well, you guys work for the Freemasons. They're the ones that control this fucking sex rings. So maybe you should, fucking wake the hell up, dumbass, and think before you point your finger at someone else. But I'm just saying, bro. And I'm not confirming or denying that I am one, but yeah, there is definitely a lot of irony there. But anyhow, yeah, bro. After I was swatted, I had to take a 3-year break because I live with my parents and shit. Which in reality, I mean, that wasn't fair to me. And, I was angry at my parents for a while because of that. But at the same coin, I mean, I get it. They shouldn't have had to deal with that bullshit. But that shows you right there. I'm glad it happened, because that shows you that my trolls don't give a fuck about my family like they say that they do. They say that I'm harassing, that I'm abusing my parents, and yet they swat my house, where one of my motherfucking parents or my pets could have been killed. It's like, how much do you care then, sweetheart? Probably not a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, bro. And I didn't even think someone like me could be swatted. I didn't know those levels of degenerates existed, to where they would risk literal prison time just to swat someone who's not even famous. That's amazing to me, how someone can be that downright pathetic and just sad. But yes, those people do exist, and I learned that the hard way. But you know what, bro? Thankfully, nobody was hurt. So yeah, bro, when I came back 3 years later, of course my dumbass trolls were still here harassing me. There's a stupid, retarded little podcast of SJW degenerates. Not gonna say their name, they know who they are. They rely on me for clout. There's people that are connected to him, like the guy that came to my house. These people are literally the most pathetic sacks of shit you've ever seen. They get zero views on their videos. They're just, I mean, honestly, bro, I think they're demonically possessed. Like, they really are. There's nothing in their eyes if you look at them. It's honestly kind of scary. I mean, they're literally fucking demon possessed. Just complete subhuman trash. And they rely, I mean, it's no better. They're no worse than sorry guys, kind of tired. EFAP is no better than them, is basically what I'm trying to say. These motherfuckers at EFAP, I mean, they abuse me just as much as these retards. They're just as sick in my opinion. But it's just, they're just bottom feeders is what I'm trying to say, these motherfuckers. And I was able to expose everyone though, and that's why I'm glad that I did come back. Everyone who trolled me, their life is pretty much ruined, bro, because of that. They expose themselves and just how crooked they are. And at the end of the day, dude, I really don't fucking regret it, because I'm not trying to fit into a sick, demented world anyway, bro. I'm just here to try to spread truth, try to spread the gospel, the message of Jesus Christ. I know some of you guys might be wondering, well, you cuss and you fucking talk dirty. Listen, bro, Jesus wasn't a hippie, okay? You need to read your Bible more. And it doesn't say anything about don't say fuck in the Bible either, bro. So, you know what I mean? So many self-righteous cunts on here. Sadly, I'm out of time, though, guys. I wish I could go on, but my time's up to 15 minutes. It's a new channel. So, thanks, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.